everybody! I'm ready to share with you another recipe. For today, we have mandarin shortbread, or any citrus really that you have at home. It could be lemon, it can be orange. Shortbread is one of those classic recipes that I love, particularly love to eat. And a lot of people don't know how to make. A lot of people think that it's really complicated. You will be surprised how easy it is. You need just a few ingredients and you're ready to go. So stay tuned and I'll show you how I get it done. Let's do it!
For the full recipe and quantities, you can go to the description box down below. So for the first step, we are going to grab 1 cup of unsalted butter and we're going to cream it until it's nice and fluffy. So I'm going to give it a couple of spins at a minimum speed, just to kind of blend the butter together. And then I'm going to add 3/4 of a cup of confectioner sugar. And I like to do this little by little, and I help myself with a spoon. So after a couple minutes of mixing, I'm going to stop the stand mixer and I'm going to just grab a spatula and scrape the sides just to grab all that sugar that it wasn't mixed into the butter. Next, I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence. Shortbread is so versatile. I'm just giving you like an idea of the flavoring, but you can just get crazy and add maple flavoring or mint, coconut, etc. Next, to enhance flavors, I'm going to add a pinch of salt. Next, I'm going to add the zest of a mandarin. This can be easily replaced by lemon zest or orange. And finally, I'm going to add 2 cups of all-purpose flour. If you want a more airy shortbread, feel free to sift it. After adding this last cup of flour, I'm going to give it a good mix just to make sure that everything is integrated, and we're going to move on to the next step. I'm going to mix my blender right here, and I'm going to use some plastic food wrap, and we're going to shape our dough into a log shape. The dough is going to be really malleable, so make sure to put some flour in the palms of your hands so the dough don't stick to it. And I'm going to start to pat it until I reach the shape that I want, which is kind of like a log. As you can see here, I'm going to twist the ends like a candy wrapper. And then I'm going to start patting it into the surface so I can get a more defined square shape. And now it's going to go to the fridge. I'm going to use this Tupperware lid. Use a plate or anything that is flat. And we're going to take it to the fridge for at least an hour. So before I take my dough out of the fridge, I'm going to set my oven at 325 degrees Fahrenheit. So I will take my dough out of the fridge and I will unwrap it, and we're going to start cutting it. And you don't want them too thin. You want a certain amount of thickness, and I will recommend you to do about 1/4 of an inch. So shortbread doubles up in size in the oven, so have that in mind and do not place them too close together. This recipe makes about 2 trays of cookies. The final step is to add a little bit of sugar on the top just for extra crunch. And this is optional, you don't have to actually do this step. My shortbread is ready to be baked. And it's gonna go to the oven for about 20 minutes.
20 minutes later.
After 20 minutes, my shortbread is ready. And be sure not to overbake it because it turns dry very fast. I'm gonna place it in a cooling rack, and if you don't have one, just keep them in the same trays that you baked them on. Allow about 10 minutes for them to cool off, and they will be ready to enjoy. Because of its high butter content, shortbread keeps really well in an airtight container up to 5 days.
So there you go, guys, delicious shortbread cookies. I love the look of these cookies. They look very simple actually, but they're so buttery, they melt in your mouth. I love to have these cookies with a little espresso if you're feeling fancy, or a good cup of joe, and they just go so good with it. So I want you guys to try it. They're so good, so give it a go. Leave me a comment if you like them and give me a thumbs up as well. And if you like, you can subscribe to my channel as well. I'll be posting recipes every day until Christmas. So I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good day. Bye.